Hey everybody, this is Tamiya Robles. I am a credit repair specialist, credit repair expert. I am the owner of FixMyCreditNow850.com. I am the host of my podcast, Coast to Coast Credit. Welcome. So today we're going to go right into the PACT Act and we're going to break down basically the benefits and who it affects. In a nutshell, it's for disabled veterans and they're survivors, but we're going to go through this whole PACT Act thing. And if you were not aware, the government did pass a law last year about the PACT Act. We're going to get into that. We're going to go on the website, go over what it means and things like that very briefly, but then we're going to go right into the benefits. But if you weren't aware of it, this is definitely the video for you just to educate yourself. Now, if you want to know more, you want to go above and beyond what I'm showing you guys, go to VA.gov and it hits you right in the face. The PACT Act is right there. So just click on it and do your own research. Keep in mind, I am going to be breaking this down into multiple segments because it is a lot to unpack. And I will mostly inform you guys of what's going on. Not too much my personal opinion, just so you're aware. Just wanted to state the fact. So right now, I'm sharing my screen with you guys. And this is what I mean. As soon as you go into VA.gov, it throws you right into the PACT Act and your benefits. So we're going to click on learn what this means for you. So it says here the PACT Act and your VA benefits. The PACT Act is a new law that expands VA healthcare benefits for veterans exposed to burn pits, Agent Orange, and other toxic substances. The PACT Act adds to the list of health conditions we assume or presume are caused by exposure to these substances. This law helps us provide generations of veterans and their survivors with the care and benefits they've earned and deserve. And then it tells you how to go about filing a disability claim online, apply for VA health care benefits. What I like about the website is there's questions that your average person would want to know, obviously, and good questions. So it breaks it all down for you step by step, and that's what we're going to go on right here. So the first one is what's the PACT Act and how will it affect my VA benefits and care? So you're supposed to click on it, it's supposed to take you right there. All right, boom. So what it says here is what's the PACT Act and how will it affect my VA benefits and care? The PACT Act is perhaps the largest healthcare and benefit expansion in VA history. The full name of the law is the Sergeant First Class Heath Robinson Honoring Our Promise to Address Comprehensive Toxics, or the PACT Act. The PACT Act will bring these changes: expands and extends eligibility for VA healthcare for veterans with toxic exposure and veterans of Vietnam, Gulf War, and post 9/11 eras. Adds 20 plus more. That's really cool. 20 plus more presumptive conditions for burn pits, Agent Orange, and other toxic exposures. Adds presumptive exposure locations for Agent Orange of radiation. Requires VA to provide toxic exposure screenings to every veteran enrolled in VA healthcare. Helps us improve research, staff education, and treatment related to toxic exposures. If you're a veteran or a survivor, you can file claims now to apply for the PACT Act related benefits. So you have to pay attention to their keywords here. It's saying presumptive, it's talking about expansion. So when you go to the next segment here, it says, what does it mean to have presumptive conditions for toxic exposure? So I'm glad they're specifying that. So it says here, according to them, to get a VA disability rating, your disability must be connected to your military service. For many health conditions, you need to provide that your service caused your condition. But for some conditions, we automatically assume or quote unquote presume that your service caused your condition. We call these presumptive conditions. We consider a condition presumptive when it's established by law or regulation. If you have a presumptive condition, you do not need to prove your service caused the condition. I'm gonna repeat that for the people in the back. You have a presumptive condition. You don't need to provide that your service caused the condition. You only need to meet the service requirements for the presumption. We're going to get into that in another video as well. So, I've done this for a few people already. I've applied on their behalf, and this is, they mean what they say, but in great VA.gov fashion, once you start the application, because you can apply online or you can fill out forms, print it out, mail it to them, do snail mail, or upload it. I do not recommend that you mail anything to the VA because that shit takes forever, like forever, ever, forever, ever. Okay. But once you get on there and you start applying online, it keeps sending you down a rabbit hole. So it doesn't take you too far deep into a rabbit hole like their other segments do. But if you're not careful, you could click on the wrong thing, and then now your claim is no longer under the PACT Act, right? So that part. But just be careful if you do decide to do this yourself. And naturally, we will do it on your behalf. Yes, we're aware that you can have an advocate, a VA advocate, do it, and you can do it yourself. But if you prefer us to do it, it is an additional service. We got you covered. But yeah, the next episode, we're going to talk about the Gulf War era and the post 9/11 veteran eligibility.